So, Keir, in November, Rishi Sunak announced 8.3 billion of promised funding to be used to tackle the scourge of potholes. That was from the HS2 funding. Will Labour match that? Will that still happen under your government?
Yeah, but we've got to go beyond that. There's a pothole plague, and go anywhere in the country, and everybody knows the problem about potholes. If you're a driver and you hit a pothole, that's going to cost you a fortune to get a repair done. And if you're a tradesperson or a business or running a van or whatever it may be, a vehicle to work with, you're not only paying for the repair, you're then out of action for however long it takes to repair your van or vehicle or whatever it may be. If you're a cyclist and you hit it, you're likely to risk, serious injury. So it is a plague. It's across the country. We're going to fix it. There are transport projects. There's a bypass in Arundel, which doesn't need to go ahead, and we can put that off, defer it, and use that money directly to put into a fund to fix the potholes. But I can't tell you the strength of feeling from drivers that I meet about potholes. If it costs you to repair your car, if it takes your van off the road when you're a tradesperson, or it puts your insurance premium up as a result, that is beyond an irritation. It is really, really annoying, and we're going to fix it.
But it is estimated that the total cost of fixing all current defects could be as high as 14 billion. The 320 million you're announcing is just not going to cut it, is it?
Oh, this is fully costed, fully funded, and it will provide the money available to deal with the potholes that are there, this plague of the potholes. So it is enough money. It's a plan to get on with it. And, here we are, coming into this election, a choice election, to carry on with the same. We can't carry on with this pothole problem that we've got under this government. Turn the page. We're ready to roll our sleeves up, get going on day one. We're prepared for this. This is the opportunity for people to make that choice. Do you want to change things, improve and deal with this pothole problem? We've got a plan to do it. We want to get on and do it. I want to be able to look those drivers in the face and say we are getting on with it, because I know just how irritating and annoying and expensive it is for them.
Obviously, you mentioned the strength of feeling among the country, and Rishi Sunak is announcing today a long list of tax cuts. You called it a Jeremy Corbyn-style manifesto. Do you think the public right now would prefer seeing a further 2p cut in national insurance, or knowing all potholes will be fixed?
I think if you ask the public, do they want more unfunded commitments, which are costing them a fortune on their mortgages? They'd say, no, thank you very much. In this campaign and across the country, I've met no end of people who've been on a fixed rate mortgage that they could afford. Because Liz Truss made unfunded commitments, their mortgage has gone through the roof. They've come off and they're paying literally hundreds of pounds more a month. I can't tell you how disrespected they feel when the Prime Minister says we've turned a corner, everything's fine. And now what's he doing? He's not learning the lesson. He's not saying we're never going to do that again. He's doing the same thing, which is just putting one commitment on top of another commitment, which is unfunded. He's learned nothing from Liz Truss. He's going to repeat it, and working people can't afford that.
Obviously, you've got special protection now and you no longer drive. But you said earlier that Britain is a motorist nation. Do you miss driving? And also, if I may, what was your first car?
So I do still drive, because I love driving. I've always loved driving. That's something that's been throughout. So my dad, the first car we ever got as a family was a Ford Cortina. And my dad loved driving. I loved this car. When I was about, you can imagine the scene, when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I was outside cleaning the car the whole time. So he loved driving. I love driving. I still do drive because I love it a little bit. Not as much as I like to. And I'm as irritated by the potholes as everyone else, by the way. But yeah, I still like driving. I love driving.
One more question. Yesterday, you told The Sun that Labour wouldn't hammer motorists at the pump, but you did not categorically rule out a hike in fuel duty. It was the same for capital gains tax. You and other senior figures have not ruled it out. You say there will not be any surprises in the manifesto. Should we just assume there will be surprises at your next budget?
No, on fuel duty, let me be clear. We've supported the Sun's campaign budget after budget because we know the impact of it. So we've been very supportive of that and made the commitment in relation to fuel duty. What I'm not going to do is sort of write future budgets. The campaign The Sun runs comes up budget by budget and it has to be decided budget by budget. But our track record on this is pretty consistent with The Sun's campaign. We've actually backed it every time.